Hello and welcome to Body Sculpt Pilates. So we are currently entering our fifth week in the lockdown from the COVID-19, and I've been giving these free workout sessions every Friday to just sort of get everybody going and keeping a bit of strength. But one of the things I've been getting a lot of feedback from people is how stiff they're getting. A lot of people are working from home, you're working at your dining table or your kitchen table, just in normal chairs, other than maybe your office chairs, which are much more suited for lumbar support. A lot of people work at standing up desks as well. So I've been getting a lot of reports of people struggling with flexibility. So I decided to do a sort of mobilising and stretch session today. Okay, so although there will be abdominal challenges, there will be a workout within your core. It's going to be much more about just sort of lengthening and stretching the body a bit out again. Okay, some things you might find more challenging than others. Let's come down onto the mats then. So hopefully you're already fairly warmed up. You've not just rolled out of bed. If you have just rolled out of bed, do just take it a little easy. Okay, you don't want to overstretch the body when you've just woken up. So when you first come down to the mats, just to sort of get ourselves a little bit mobilised, just drawing your knees into a knee hug. Your back is so much happier in this flex position where it's round, okay? Most spines like this position. So we'll just allow it a little bit of flexion. Then pop the feet down and just drop the knees over and just stretch through the base of the back. Little twist. Then bring the knees over the other way. So yes, we're just going to try and limber up all the muscles and joints and just get everything working a bit better today. Come back to your start position and just lengthen out. If you want a harder workout, you can always use this for a warm-up, and then you can move on to one of my more advanced videos, which you'll find on my YouTube channel. Okay, let's come back to neutral spine position. So neutral spine, remember, we always take the time just to settle our position correctly. So we want our feet to be hip width, knees to be upright, arms are down by your sides, and you've got this nice big space between your ears and your shoulders, so you've tucked them underneath your back. We've got a soft curve in the base of the back. You could fit a pocket of air in there, okay, and we keep that curve. This is putting ourselves into a neutral spine position, and we just draw down the stomach muscles without pushing that pocket of air out. So drawing down the stomach and then just very gently lifting up the pelvic floor. We're going to bring ourselves into a pelvic tilt just to warm up in. So we press the base of the back down into the mat, which just curls up the tailbone. It gives a nice opening over the front of your hips. And then we come back to neutral. Let's do two more. Little press of the base of the back down into the mat. Then come back to neutral. We're going to do one more. Press the base down. Just think about if you can draw your stomach muscles in a little deeper and maybe activate through the pelvic floor a little more. Then back to neutral position. Okay, we're going to roll this up to a bridge, so just move your feet a little bit closer, and the bridge is really nice for generating mobility through the spine, but very often the first time we lift it can be a bit tight. So curling the tailbone up, rolling the pelvis away from the mat, and then slowly lifting the back, one vertebra at a time till we're up on the shoulders. When you're on your shoulders, think about the weight in your feet, that it's nice and even, and we roll it back down, placing the spine back down the mat and settling in the start position. Try and keep your knees the same width. Let's go again, peeling up slowly, rolling up onto the shoulders, taking a breath, rolling it back down. One more. Peel up from the hips. As you roll back down, we're going to stay back down on the mat and we're going to draw the knees in. Little press into the thighs and then pop the feet back down. Make sure they come back down hip width. And we're going to come into some heel slides now, but we're going to work stretch and we're going to work a little hip opener in it as well. So you're going to lengthen your right leg away nice and slowly. Keep it lengthened on the mat and just open your left knee out. Close the knee back and retract the heel back into place. The stomach muscles are pulling in. Then we swap to the other side. We lengthen away, open the knee out, close the knee back and draw the heel back. Let's repeat, lengthen away. Keep this side of your pelvis down, open the knee. So we've not rocked away from the mat, you've not done that. Keep your pelvis level, retract that leg and swap to the other side. Lengthen away, open the hip, close it back. Let's take it into a hamstring stretch. So lengthen this leg away, the right leg is lengthened, and then we push through the heel, flex into your heel. Now carefully lift that leg till you just feel that tension generate down the back of your leg. You'll feel the base of your back will now make contact down to the mat. Take a breath there. Now soften your toe and take yourself a little higher in the hamstring stretch. So you'll probably feel more connection now down into the base of your back. If you want to, you can take a hold of this leg and just encourage to stretch a little deeper. Don't worry if you've had to roll chin to chest for that. And again, if you can't take hold of your leg, don't worry. This is a very progressive thing. This is something you should work on all the time, is keeping these hamstrings lengthening out. Now we're just going to have a little pulse and flex within that hamstring stretch, which I'm not going to lie to you, it's pretty unpleasant, yeah? You'll be feeling that very slightly uncomfortable feeling as you flex. Careful it's not painful. Then just bend the knee, press it into your chest, and then we pop it back down on the mat. We can do the same thing with the other leg. Lengthen the leg away in the heel slide, then flex the foot. Now keep that level of flexion. Slowly lift until you feel that tautness down the back of the leg. The base of the back comes down into the mat and you can't lift any higher. Everyone's got a different catch point for this. Soften the toe, lift it a little higher. Then if you want to, take hold of the leg and just deepen a bit further. You'll probably feel a difference between each leg. Now we're going to pulse and flex. Oh, this leg is not as happy. Okay, so very gently pulsing and flexing within the hamstring stretch. Do a couple more. Then we're going to bend the knee in. Release that leg. Give it a little pull in. Pop the leg down on the mat. Okay, and just have a little full body stretch. We're going to have some scissor work now, so we are going to work the abdominal muscles a little more. We've just had a good stretch through the legs, so we're now going to have a double leg stretch. So we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Now again, this can be quite challenging. You may find that you just come to this point here and you can't quite fully extend your legs. Careful they're not too far away from you, so don't need them to pull on your back. But we're going to try and take the legs up as long as we can. Now press the base of your spine down. You can take hold of the legs if you want to, but ultimately we're just trying to lengthen both legs at the moment. Then soften the knees in. Right, we're going to take it into the scissors this time. So we're going to lengthen the legs up, roll the shoulders away from the mat. We're going to take hold of one leg and drop the other leg away. Now give this leg a very soft hug into the body and swap. Soft hug in and swap. Gentle, we're not yanking. It's a slow, steady move. But the abs are holding you still, so it is challenging. Don't worry if you're a little more here and the knees are bending a little. Just work the straightness in the leg as much as you can. Let's do 4 more. Then draw both knees in, supple them into the chest, take hold of one leg and reach the other leg away. Big stretch. Now start to hug that knee in deeper, lengthen the other leg away further and swap. Reach the leg away, gently hug that knee in. Now roll yourself chin to chest and carry on. And it's that point of opposition. We hug in and we send it away. Reach the other leg long. Okay, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug both knees in, relax the upper body down, and just circle the knees apart. So just move through the pelvis a little. We're going to come onto our sides next, and we're going to work some mermaids, okay? So when you're ready, roll over onto your side, and then bring yourself up to a seated position. So mermaid stretches, just this position is really challenging. You want to have your right shin across the front of your mat, and your left knee is just hooked into the foot. Now for most people right now, you'll be collapsed over to one side and the left hip bone will be lifted away from the mat. What we're trying to do is level the hips and make both hips have connection to the mat, which is challenging. Men will struggle more with this. Take your fingertips either side as their hips are a little narrower. Just take a moment here just to see if you can get even weight on both legs. If this is really tough for you, you can bring both legs around in front of you. You could have them crossed or have them out in front. But we're just breathing into this pelvis opener. Then we're going to lengthen the right arm up and we're just going to very gently fold over that left side. Then take the fingertips back down and reconnect to the mat, and again, supple the hips down level. Take it the other way. Stretch. Keep those hips down. Come back. Fingertips make contact, hips are level. Do that again. Press up and over. Don't let the hips lift. Keep them down on the mat and focus whether you've got the same pressure. Nice straight line going all the way through your body. And reach. And back. Okay, we are now going to allow this left hip to come off. Keeping the fingertip down, reach that arm diagonally. Then we're going to twist, and the hip's probably going to lift just a little. Feel like you're wringing out a towel. But on that first one, I want you to now see if you can supple the hip back down. So you may have come a little here. Just pop that hip back down into the mat, and open back out. Now let's see if we can keep that hip down as we take the twist. Open up. Rotate. Open up, last one. Rotate. Now we're going to come round to the front. So this is a big pelvis opener. Take your fingertips down in front of you and you might just want to focus here. See if you can supple the hips down into the mat. Then if you're comfortable here, you can come down onto your elbows. Now again, depending on your own level of flexibility, or depend whether you just stay here or whether you come all the way down in front. If you can rest the forehead on the floor, that's great. Soften the shoulders down. Then bring yourself back up. Okay, and we're going to swap sides. So now we've got our right shin across the front of the mat. Left, oh confusion. Left shin across the front. Right knees in the foot. Now what you'll find is this is much easier one side than the other. Okay, so hopefully this is your good side. Settle your fingertips down and just see if you can pull up nice and tall with an even hip. That for some people might be all you want to work on at the moment. Okay, because some of you will literally be very curved and you'll find it very difficult to set that hip down. You will get it, you just need to spend some time working on it. Then take the fingertips back down, settle them back down, level hips, long spine, reach it the other way. Bring it back down. Let's do that again. Reach, keep the hips down, bring it back, hips level, up and over. Okay, let's take that twist. So remember, we will slightly let the hip come up on the first one. We reach the arm diagonally away, then we rotate through the waist and your right hip will just plop from the ground a little. But now see if you can pop it back down onto the mat. It's a lovely twist right through the base of your back. Then we open up. Now reconnect that hip. And let's see if we can keep the hips level as we twist through the spine. Open out. Make sure there's no pain. There's never pain in any of these moves. Some of them may feel a little bit more challenging in the body, but they shouldn't be painful. Last one. Rotate. Supple those hips down. Okay, come back to the front. Let's see how we're feeling this way. Just connect the fingers to the floor. Focus your hips nice and level. And then if you want to work more flexibility, you can come down onto the elbows. Okay, and then again, you probably find this is different on both sides. If you want to, you can come down onto the forehead. Take a breath there. Then bring yourself back up to seated. Now I'm going to turn on the mat so you can see me. You can carry on facing towards your screen. So hopefully our legs are quite nice and stretched out now. We're going to have a little bit of twist work. So So just start with the legs bent, but get the spine as tall as you can. Press the shoulders down your back and lengthen the legs out as far as you're comfortable without collapsing the back. Lift up tall. If you need to bend your legs, don't worry. Take your fingertips to your chest and pull up tall through the spine. We're going to twist and rotate through the body without twisting the lower body. Then open the arms out and stretch through the fingertips. Press the arms back and twist the other way. Open out and reach. Close. Twist. Open and reach. Strong through the arms, strong through the fingers. Pull back. Twist. Reach. We can do that 2 more times. Close back. Reach. Come back. Last one. Twist. Reach. Pull back to the start position and send the arms in front. Now imagine there's a big beach ball lying over your thighs. We're going to lay ourselves over that beach ball, stretching towards the toes, but we're not collapsing down to the thigh. And don't worry if it's quite a small stretch. This really is one that for a lot of people, it's not a naturally flexible move, pull up tall, unless you're double jointed. That's challenging for most people. Peel forward. Take a big deep breath. Really huge stretch. It's a great move for opening up that back because you're stretching right from the underside of the hamstrings, all over the back, through the shoulders, right to the crown of the head. Take a breath. And as we restack, soften the arms down. Okay, you're going to roll over onto your stomach and we're going to have some swan stretching. So when you come down onto your stomach, just take your arms either side of your mat, so your hands are clear of your mat and your elbows are level with your shoulders. Supple the forehead down. Keeping yourself in this position, just lift the head, neck and chest away from the mat. And I just want you to push the ground away, so you just feel that activation over the back of your shoulder blades. Think about the length of your spine, so you're not looking up, you're not crushing the back of your neck, you're looking down at the mat, and then we lower back down. Soften your shoulder blades, let them fall away from your back. And do that one more time. Head, neck, chest. Just press and push the ground away. We're going to bring it up to a swan stretch on the next one. Soften your shoulders. Now gently brush your nose forwards. Peel your head, neck and chest up away from the mat. We slowly lift the chest away while straightening the arms. At the top of the swan stretch, look about a foot in front of your mat, roll your shoulders down your back and just open up over the chest. If this is too much, you can bend your arms a little, then slowly roll it back down again. If you want to deepen that stretch, you can bring your hands a little closer to the body. Same thing, we brush the nose, peel, head, neck, chest, lifting up away from the mat. Now again, we're not looking up, there shouldn't be any strain on the front of your neck. Roll your shoulders down your back and slowly peel it back down again. Then we lift up onto all fours, moving the hands underneath the shoulders, scooping the body up onto all fours. And we take ourselves to the cat stretch. Lift the centre of the back up. Drop the head and neck down between the shoulders. Then drop the belly button down and look up a little. One more time, round the back, scoop the abs up, reach the centre of the back up to the ceiling. Come back to neutral. Walk the hands out about a foot, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up to the ceiling and press the chest back towards the thighs. Very gently paddle the heels. Then lower yourself back down onto your knees, one at a time. Bring the hands back a foot and lift back into the cat stretch. Rounding the back. Drop the belly button down, look up a little. Come back to neutral. Walk the hands out a foot. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips. Send the chest backwards. Push down the back of the heels. Really stretch down those hamstrings. We're going to do that one more time. Lower the knees, one at a time. Bring the hands back under the shoulders, lift to the cat stretch. Come back to neutral. Walk the hands away, tuck toes, lift hips, push back, down dog. Nice big breath there. Stretching right over those shoulders, it's not just hamstrings. Press the chest towards the thighs. Then bring the knees back down and lower down to your glutes. So you're into your child's pose. In the child's pose, take both hands off one side of your mat. Just very gently push into your shoulder. Then take your hands off the other side. Very gently push into the shoulder blade. And bring yourself up to seated. Okay, we're nearly finished. We're just going to have a little bit of seated rotation work to finish on. Hopefully you're feeling all nice and limber. So I like to sit cross-legged. A lot of people don't like this in their knees. So feel free to take your legs out in front, or you can go back to the mermaid position we were working on before. Pop your hands on your knees, just round back, lift the knees up a little and just press gently into your shoulder blades. Then push the chest forwards and look up just a little. Come round again, scoop the abs in. Now, first rotation we're going to do, we're going to take one hand in front of you, other hand comes behind the spine, and we lift and twist through the back. Pull back to the centre, swap to the other side, lift and twist. Pull back to the centre. Now we're going to lengthen the right leg away and just pop your left foot over your knee and we turn towards the left thigh. Give a little hug in and sort of open up your hip nicely. Then we're going to take it the other way. Lengthen the left leg out, twist into that right thigh. Lovely stretch right into that hip. Okay, then when we come back to our start position, we're going to finish with a forward roll. So we're going to just lower ourselves forward now. Again, challenging and flexibility for some people. You might literally bring your hands down. You might be able to come down onto your elbow. There's a lovely big opening in your hips. You'll feel that right through your pelvis and through your glutes. Lower down in front as much as you're comfortable. Take a little breath there. As you restart, let the arms come down by your sides. Lift the arms up, press the palms, draw them down. Namaste. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining me. So hopefully you feel a little bit looser now, a little bit more stretched out. Next Friday we will go back to having a sort of intermediate level workout with a few more challenges. Take care of yourselves.